Now that I have found her along the way, now that I have found you,
What's good, YouTube? You already know, man. We back. It's your favorite podcast. I'm Amonte.
I'm Zay.
And you know, we've been ghost for a little bit. Not ghost, but we've been posting regularly.
Facts.
But we're gonna get back on that. So kick it off how we always kick it off. Scenario.
Word.
So you either making mad money, right? But every time you go into work, you're miserable. Like you wake up, yo, I hate this so much. Like, feel me? Like bringing tears type. Like you kicking the toys in the house with the kids. Like you pushing them out the way. Move, daddy. Move. I got you tight. It's miserable, right?
Yeah.
But you're making mad bread, or you could work a little, feel me, 9 to 5, whatever, right? And this is your dream job. Job you want since you were a kid, but you're not making that much money. You broke, low key. What you choosing?
Give me the broke job.
The broke job? Why the broke job?
Just because of the fact I can't. If I gotta be somewhere, overtime,
or
all them hours, 40 plus hours a week.
Facts.
I gotta do something I like doing. I'm a little lazy too.
Sure.
So if I gotta do it, like I'm gonna wanna do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But why you going for the bread, bro?
I'm going for the bread. I'm going for the bread high key. Cause I'm thinking like, I'm only gonna hate it when I'm there. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm only hating my coworkers and everybody else. But when I come home with the bread, me and the family, like we live in life. You feel me? I'm gonna just be miserable for whatever hours of the day. But after that, I'm Gucci. You feel? So I don't know.
No, that's crazy though.
You think so?
I think that's a little crazy. I ain't gonna hold you.
Because the only reason I don't like the other option is because it's like I love what I'm doing. Well, I guess it depends on like how broke am I. Because if I
paycheck to paycheck,
me and the family happy, me and Shorty happy, like we don't
everything cool. You love your job, daddy. What's up, baby? You want to go to the field?
You wake up to birds chirping.
You in the projects, it might not be birds for
I feel like when you put it like that, maybe I'm like, okay. Because then it's like, everything else in my life is Gucci, except I just can't do what I want or buy what I want. You feel me? But I feel like
the Christmas tree not filled up, but you know,
not
spending quality time,
family healthy. Feel me? See, but the other thing, okay, so I can remember right the first time I knew that dad, we broke. Like me and my family, like we was walking downtown in Patterson, and I saw some sneakers. They were some threes, like Jordan threes. And I'm like, oh, these is fire. Like, I want these. And so I tell my mom, like, yo, like, let's go in the store. No, come on. We're not doing that today. Let's go to the store. Like,
window shopping today.
Yeah. Like, I was like, why can't we go to the store? Yeah. And they like, so they gotta go in the store. I'm like, I bet let's get them. Like, I want them. You can't get it. Like, no. And I'm like, and I'm tight. Like, I'm about to like cry. Like, really, like to cry. And I was like,
if I don't get these Jordans, acting up in school.
Nah, for real. Like,
I'm doing the dishes.
I'm not doing nothing. And I feel like that was the first time I was putting things together. Like, wait, hold up. We did have hot dogs and pork and beans last week. Why? Wait, am I broke? And I was in middle school, low key. That was the first time I think I realized, like, Dad, like, we ain't got it like that. What was the first time you would think you ever realized, like, Dad, I ain't top dog and nothing like that?
I mean, I feel like the fact that I was from Borough, so I feel like nobody in Borough had it like that. So
okay.
It's almost to the point where if don't nobody got it, how do you really know that
Sure.
somebody got it?
Sure,
Low-key?
sure.
But I feel like there was a lot of times, like, for if we talking shoes, we was at Payless with it.
Yeah. Okay.
We was at Payless with it.
Word.
I feel like in low key that's why I'm not a sneakerhead today, because I feel
Yeah.
like nah, like we was at Payless with it. We
Facts,
was at
facts.
we ain't never go to like the big names
Yeah,
stores and nothing like that. We was at Brother Taco Factory with
Facts,
it.
facts.
But I mean, I feel like again, it wasn't like, oh nah, like we broke, like what's going on? Like it was just kind of like, but nah, no cap. I would see my boys with like
Sneakers,
Jordans,
stuff like that.
the sneakers. I'd be like, yo,
You never question like, Mom, how come? Like, why we going to Payless? Like why they don't got the Jordans?
nah, we was real frugal in our crib. Like we was, if it wasn't like a need,
Yeah, nah.
you
You know what I
good,
think it is though, because you had mentioned like when William, bro, like ain't nobody really have it like or make it seem like they have.
Yeah.
I feel like in Patterson though, people are always like, it's like fake it till you make it. So I might see everybody in school with the Jordans. I'm like, are they living? Like, why we not? You know what I mean? And I was blessed enough, my parents or whatever, like they had me lacing Jordans all the time, but it was to like not me not knowing at the time, but they were sacrificing a lot to make me feel like I was included and not missing out or whatever.
nah, but I definitely feel like, because again, it might have not been the Jordans, but we did go on like vacations and stuff like that. So like again, but it was more like a frugal, like you can't get everything. Like it's give and take. There is sacrifice.
Yeah.
And I had like two younger siblings. You did too.
Facts.
So it's like
Sure
even being the oldest, then it was like as you get older, it's
you start
like,
realizing,
like once you start really seeing like, like my parents can't really just be giving us money like out the wazoo. So not facts though.
Was that a motive? Like, how did that make you feel? I guess like being cognizant and aware of the fact that okay, like we gotta be frugal. We not living like da da da. I gotta mix. Like, how did that?
Like then or now?
Then.
Again, me being the oldest sibling, I would take a back seat. Like I wouldn't ask my parents for much. No cap. Like just because of the fact I was like, nah. Like again, we wasn't like pressing for money, but it was still like, nah. Like I don't want to ask for this. Like I don't want to press them for that because I feel like. And again, me not knowing the full like of the joint, I was like, nah. If I ask for too much, then I don't want to put that pressure on them, and I still got my little sibling. You feel me? Especially my sister. My sister's spoiled, if you ask me. But, so I was like, nah, like they got it. Like I'm cool. Like, you feel me? So that was kind of one being the oldest. Like I like take care of the young boys. I'm be good. And then two, like realizing like, nah, money don't grow on trees. You feel me?
I feel like that mentality didn't hit me until a lot older, until like high school for
nah, facts. So around the same time,
like high school. Because I'm about to say, when I was middle school, I ain't care about. What you mean? I don't care if you don't. I want like I didn't. Younger me, I was just like, I was fast. Like I don't think I care. And so, I mean, not understanding, I think it fully. It just made me more upset. When I got older in high school, that anger turned into I'm tripping. Like, feel me? I don't need to have I'd rather make sure everything else straight. Little bro, cool, good.
Yeah, high school, college. That's when that started.
It's me maturing a little bit.
Yeah.
So now was that a motivator at all? Like coming from kind of humble beginnings and not having it all at your hand at first, and having to recognize that okay, now we gotta would that motivate you to an extent?
And now we talk about like now.
Yeah, like going through high school, high school. That started motivating you. Like, I gotta grind so that
we make it out.
So that we make it out. Yeah, low key.
A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit. Like, and I feel like now again it's starting to settle in. Like I'm like, nah, when I get that doctor money, you feel me? Like I'm gonna take care of my people. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna try and have enough to have like generational wealth. You feel me?
Okay, yeah, facts.
And again, not to say that my parents ain't put me in a good position, because facts, they did what they could. Like they definitely in a good position. But
you always want to do better than
you. Facts. It's always like, all right, they set the bar.
Facts.
Let me set the bar. Let me set the bar for my kids. Let them set the bar for their kids. So, and then always again reaching back to my parents. Like once I make it, I got y'all. You feel me? I'm like, y'all can't live off me now, too crazy. But nah, like I'll take care of y'all. You feel me? Like, and again, I feel like for seeing all the sacrifices that they made. You feel me? Like, nah, definitely, I got to handle my handle.
So you said, I'm curious. You said like, okay, back then it was a little bit, now more so. Like now it's like definitely like that's part of the motivation.
Yeah.
So when it was back then, when it was a little bit, what was the other half motivating you to what was the other half motivating you?
We talking like
when you was young, like when you was younger, and like if money wasn't the 100% motivation, what was motivating you at that point?
My parents, I guess you could say, in the sense of like just pursuing like career, academic, like my mom being a teacher, that definitely was like, like I can't slack.
Okay.
And then both my parents did go to college, so it was like that was another kind of bar for me too. Like, all right, you feel me? It was always that expectation of like, all right, you can't really like go lower than that. You feel me?
Okay.
It's always like, again, you always try and like, I don't want to like say compete with your parents,
but you want to do better.
Yeah.
I think your parents want that for you too. Like they want you to do better than them.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, because I feel like coming as a first generation college student, like hearing you talk, your motivation was, man, I ain't no other option. Both my parents did this. Feel me? I didn't even know what's expected of me. Like, feel me? I know what I gotta do. For me, my motivation when I was younger was the bread. Like,
this paper. I don't know what y'all
for real, and that's no cap. Like, cause like I said, first generation college. So my mom, she didn't graduate from a 4-year college. My pops didn't go to college. My mom, credit to her, like she definitely she got her associate's degree later on when she had me, went back to college or whatever. And that was, cool to see, motivating to see, but it wasn't instilled in me like, nah, you going to like, you know what I mean? Later on, I got that pressure. Like when I was in high school, it's like, no, you gotta go to college. But early on,
you too late to go.
But early on, I didn't feel that pressure. So for me, the motivation was just like the bread for real.
I'm getting this paper.
Yeah. But so I say that to say though, because like when it was time for the SAT, like we both really didn't have no like prep or like no courses and nothing like that for but not having bread and then having to study for the SAT and the SAT, I felt like it was like real discouraging for me. Like only because I knew that like it was other kids out here getting 1400s, 15, like, you know what I mean? And because they got the best courses or they had
See, I ain't know that.
No?
Nah, I ain't know that. I ain't know till I don't know if I talked about this before, but that football banquet that I did.
Okay.
Because for me, when I took the SAT and facts, like we didn't really take classes. Like my school, at least. Yeah. We had one SAT class. Probably about 18, 19, 20 people got in it.
It wasn't required. It was like
It wasn't required. It was like an elective thing. So like you picked it, but if you didn't get like picked to be in it,
like so
it was like the one class. It's one block.
That's
if you
crazy.
Ain't get it, then
But sorry for you.
But I don't know. I don't think I definitely didn't take the class for whatever reason. I forget.
Yeah.
But so I still had to take the SAT though.
Facts.
So that's when I had taken like the Khan Academy joint. It was free.
Yeah.
It was like a passage a day or whatever the thing was a day. Set your test date. Bada boom, bada bing. Do that every day. I'm set. You feel me?
Facts.
And so I took it twice. The first time I took it, I got 1160.
Okay.
Second time I got 1200.
Yeah.
I'm over here feeling like the man low key because I'm saying that in school. Everybody like, oh yeah, nah, Zay, you tough. I got 10. I got 9. Yeah.
Right.
So in my school,
you like,
you feel me? In my school, I'm cooling. You feel me?
Facts.
But then I go to that banquet joint.
Yeah.
So and so, this school. 4.5 GPA, 1500.
Fact. I didn't even know what go that.
1500.
Yeah.
What is we talking about?
Facts.
You feel me? But again, those schools got the SAT classes.
Yeah.
Everybody taking.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
We had the one. They got 2, 3 during this one
or
block.
even private courses or something.
Private courses, private tutors.
Yeah.
All that. You feel me?
Yeah. See, okay, because I kind of, and that maybe that's why I felt like, because you're saying because you didn't know, you thought you was chilling, or you was chilling for the most part.
Yeah. Only reason I took it the second time was to try and get a scholarship for another
So
school.
you wasn't even worried about like you was like it was a scholarship. You wasn't like, nah, I need,
Nah, facts. Like I said, if I wasn't shooting for that scholarship at 1160, I would have been cool with it.
See, okay, because when I took my SAT, and this is probably why I think I felt the way I felt. When I took my SAT, I knew like what other kids was getting, like, cause
at your school or at others.
Okay, not at my school. So, my school offered a similar. They didn't offer a SAT course, but they made us take SAT like practice tests.
Like the PSAT job.
We took that. But I went to a summer program. I think I probably mentioned this before too. I went to a summer program in JSP over in Princeton, and I met a whole bunch of different kids who went to like Ivies or whatever. And they was telling me they scores like 14, 15. I'm like, word. I'm like, that's tough. Like, so for me, I'm like, all right, that's what I got to get in order for me to get to where I want to.
See, because I never had that connection outside of borough. Like, I would do summer programs like in high school, but they was all like in borough. You feel me?
Facts.
So again, I didn't see that outside until that banquet.
Yeah. Okay. So then for you, you're saying so that having that family support, that was important for you as far as like keeping you optimistic and encouraged. Like, okay, now regardless, I'm going to college.
No, facts. I feel like again, the fact that they had both went, and that was always the expectation from like a young boy, like Jit, you feel me? I was like, they was always summer programs were always educational. My mom worked in the same district, so I couldn't act up. I couldn't have like bad grades because she know all the teachers and stuff like that. So that was always instilled like facts, like get your good grades. And as you get good grades, college is the goal.
Yeah,
you
facts.
feel me? And college isn't the end point. College is going to lead you somewhere else. So I feel like facts, like as my parents, like the parental support, facts. That's what really like pushed me towards like high school, college, to where I'm at now. Yeah, you feel me?
I feel like that's like dope to hear, because not having that kind of, and not any discredit to my parents, like I said, they were still on me about like school, but that kind of dynamic impression, I guess like family history of that kind of, you know what I mean? Mom's a teacher, I didn't have that same feeling, so getting the SAT, so I scored a 1240, something like that.
So you're doing higher than mine.
Bro, when I got the SAT, I'm like, I was tight. Like, I was like, oh my. He said, I'm not going to make it. Yeah. I'm like, this is it. Where it ends. I'm like, what am I going to do? And so I'm low key like, and that's when, I feel like that was a moment where like real like imposter or just imposter syndrome, we're not feeling confident, like kind of kicked in. Cause I'm like, dad, like, I'm getting tough. And same kind of thing, like people in my class was like, yo, congrats, bro. Like, that's telling you. So I'm looking at them like, man, what you like, move. Like, don't lie to me. Yeah, like, I'm like, you tripping. Like, y'all wilding. Like, nah, I got a long way to go still. And so, and that kind of made me discouraged about college, low key. Like, it made me feel like, man, maybe, I don't know if college might be for me.
Did you ever think about taking it again?
Nah. Okay.
So let's not get ahead of ourselves.
only because but look, because of how I felt after taking it the first time, feeling so discouraged, not having any resources, I'm like, what me taking it again gonna do? Like, I'm not like, my parents not paying for no private course. I'm got no private tutors. Like, and I don't got no mentor this time. I'm not reaching out to nobody like, yo, how you study for SAT? It's just me. I'm the oldest sibling, so it's like, I'm like, I don't know what to like, feel me? So I'm like, I'm not, whatever I get, man, is what I get. I'm not taking it again. And low key, now that I think about it, I feel like that's probably part of the reason why I have the mentality now I do about standardized tests, because I'm like, whatever I get the first time is what I get. So in fact, that wasn't even, taking it again wasn't an option because of how I felt the first time. Like, nah, I'm not, this not for me. I'm not prepared to take it for.
Did that affect the schools and places that you tried to get to?
Yeah. No cap. Yeah. Because I went to that summer program.
Yeah.
And I made a lot of connects. Princeton admission officers, like.
You say you don't want me.
Yeah. Cornell admission, and they tell them like, oh my god, like, let me know when you apply. Like, you know, I'll see what I can do. Da da da. And so, but when it was time for me to apply, because of my score, and because I was like, man, nah, like I kind of lowballed myself, and so I didn't even apply to Princeton. Like, I didn't even reach out to little bro. Like, I would just apply to whatever schools I thought might be Gucci or okay for me to get into. But I know some kids who either didn't take the SAT because they felt like what I'm taking the SAT for? Like, for what? To get a low score and not do well? You know what I mean?
And you do gotta pay for that, so I'm just paying bread.
I'm paying bread to fail, to get made fun of, like to feel like an idiot. Like why would I ever do that?
I'm getting $600 to put my name on here.
I could feel like that for free. Like, I don't need to pay for it. And so I know a lot of kids who was just like I'm not taking the SAT. Like I already know, like, feel me, what's gonna happen. And I feel like part of that is because not having those resources, not having that kind of support system there for real.
No, did y'all school have the SAT as a graduation requirement?
No,
our school did.
Really?
Yeah, like if I'm not mistaken, you had to take the SAT to graduate.
I feel like that would have been good.
Yeah,
either
the SAT or the ACT.
Really?
Yeah.
See, now because we had kids who, like I said, they was like, I'm not taking the SAT.
There was the one, it was like H something for military. I don't know if you remember that.
I know what you're talking about.
But you had to take one of those three
to graduate. That's tough. I feel like that's a good like okay, I gotta study. Or at least I gotta take it. Like, let me put some effort into it.
Yeah, I don't think there was like a score that you had to get, but you had to take one of them.
That's tough.
If I'm not mistaken.
So do you feel like, because I feel like having those feelings of not having the resources, like you said too, not having just going off a Khan Academy or whatever, and not really having anything there. Did it ever make you feel like, man, education or actually this, did it change your perspective on higher education or education in general?
So wait, say it one more time. Like,
did getting your score back, or did not having the resources or whatever, did that change your perspective on like higher education at all, or was it still just like normal kind of?
I would say it was probably normal. I would say, because again, and going back to my parents, it was like, if I got a low score, they was gonna make me take it again. And again, I was always taking it in the I guess you could say in the hopes of getting to college. So
Thanks.
Whether I did good or not, it was like, all right, you know, like, this is the stepping stone I gotta take.
Thanks.
You feel me?
I feel like that's important though. Like, or that's why having that kind of family dynamic or family setup like that, or having things in place where it's like it's not an option, like normalizing it, I guess you can say, like normalizing college, normalizing, like making it seem like, okay, now higher education is for you, like, because I feel like going through like my experience with SAT or whatever, and not having that kind of same like pressure, it kind of made me think like, man, education or higher education, that's for people who got bread, like, that ain't, you dig? Do you think that, looking back, like higher education, like, do you think that's like a thing where it's like, not pursuing college, that's only something if you gotta have bread, you gotta have a little bit of bread to try and...
I feel like in those like minority communities, I feel like that is kind of like what it's thought to be. Because again, you got to pay out of pocket, or you gotta take loans.
Facts.
Only loans black people know about is housing loans,
car loan.
You feel me? Car loans, and we don't even like that. So facts. Being a young boy, and especially again if you're a first gen, or your parents really don't, or your parents, family support, friend support don't really know too much about college. It's like, all right, you want me to go take more school,
facts,
and then go in debt,
facts,
as soon as I get out, and not be guaranteed a job or something like that. So I feel like it kind of is like that stigma around like, if college and like that type of stuff is not normalized, then the financial looks like a big beast that you gotta take care of, or that you gotta handle to get to college. You feel me?
Nah, facts. And that's why I think like the battle that we talking about right now is, okay, not even when I get to college, but I just need to taking the SAT and feeling like college is something for me, and like feeling feeling like this is something that I could do. Like that's a battle in and of itself. Like not feeling discouraged, feeling like you said, feeling like this is facts. College is me as a black kid from Willenboro, Patterson. Like I'm going to college, like, and I'm doing despite not having the resources or whatever. And low key, like I feel like that's something that we should get into, like another episode. Like, okay, once you let's say, right, you blessed enough, you made it through that first half of the battle. Now second half of the battle,
now you're in college.
Now you're in college. How you paying for this, and what, you feel me, not having it kind of do to it?
Because like I said, them loans
is
be
different.
Crazy.
Different.
Like I said, I was fortunate. You know, my situation. We can get into all that.
Yeah, facts. So look,
some people not. You feel me?
True. So look, what advice do you have for like the youngin' out there who's like no resources, but they know they got to take the SAT, they want to go to college, they thinking about college, it's on their mind. Like what you got for them?
First things first, find somebody that knows the route, and that's not going to discourage you from the route. You feel me? So again, if your parents do happen to be first gen, or they've been to college, they don't really know too much about the college cycle anymore, whatever the case is, right? Try to find somebody that can lead you through it all. You feel me? Because that's the first step, and we always say if you can't see it, you can't be it. That's like the philosophy. So, and again, the mindset, like the family dynamic, the support is the biggest thing. So find support, number one. Two, find what you want to do and keep going. You feel me? Because things will work out. If you got to take the loan, take the loan. But the loan is just short term, for real. Like you'll be able, you'll start making that bread. Like for real, you gonna make that bread. You're gonna be able to pay it back. Just stick to it.
Nah, I feel like I would echo a lot of that. Like, especially for like those I think in high school who still like who are thinking about the SAT or taking it soon. I would say just reach out, see what resources are available to your high school. Put pressure on your high school. Yo, I want to take the SAT. Like I'm dead serious. Like I want to feel me. I want to go to college. I want to do well. How can y'all help me? Like that's the first thing. Put pressure on your high school. That's what they supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be
if they not doing it, you do it. Take the initiative.
Exactly. Put that first step forward. Be resourceful. Like, that's a skill. Being resourceful. Like to figure out, okay, where can I get a free textbook? Where can I get this scholarship to get this free course? So I would say be intentional. Put the initiative step forward, and then be persistent. Like, and don't get discouraged by your own thoughts about if college is for you or not, or what other people may say. Like, just be persistent, stick to it, and be bold with it. But facts. So, man, that concludes this episode. Like Zay said, man, next episode we're gonna get into a lot. Like, we were in the first battle, but okay, now we get to college. That's a whole another beast in and of itself. So make sure y'all tune in. We got a couple surprises for y'all coming up later in March. So make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on the gram. What's your TikTok, bro?
KXNG.ZX.
Facts.
Instagram, TikTok, all that.